His Excellency President Zuma, accompanied by a delegation of 6 cabinet ministers and representatives of business, unions, trade unions, who were having their own parallel summit, but had a way through the chair of BRICS to bring their contribution to the summit. NGOs attended the 7th BRICS Summit, which was held from the 8th to the 9th July in the city of Ufa in the Russian Federation. The theme for the summit, as we shared with you prior to our departure, was BRICS partnership, a powerful factor of global development. It is important to recall that BRICS member countries play an important role in global economy. With an aggregate GDP exceeding $32 trillion, which is a 60% growth since the foundation of BRICS, and which accounts for almost 30% of global GDP. BRICS countries produce a third of the world's industrial products and 1/2 of agricultural products. It was indeed a pleasure when we arrived in Ufa to get confirmation that almost $200 million worth of agro produce are beginning to even reach those from South Africa, reaching those parts of Russia. The BRICS human resource base constitutes 43% of the global population. Intra-BRICS trade has grown by 70% since 2009. BRICS countries attracted 20.5% of global total direct investment since 2014, compared to only 16.9% in 2009. The share of BRICS capital investment on global markets has also increased significantly from 9.7% to 14%. At the summit, the BRICS leaders announced that their respective domestic ratification of the process of establishment of the new development bank and contingent reserve arrangements were concluded. The first meeting of the new development bank's board of governors took place on the 7th of July in Moscow, marking an important milestone in the operationalization of the bank. As I'm talking to you, our former governor of the Reserve Bank, Mr. Tito Mboweni, had participated in that meeting as our representative, one of the board of governors representing South Africa. And Mr. Masdorp would be packing his bags to Beijing to serve as one of the vice presidents of the BRICS Development Bank based in Shanghai. The BRICS finance ministers have also concluded the process of appointing, as I've already said, the vice presidents, and India, who's taking the position of the first president, appointed Mr. Kamath, together with the others, vice president that I've already referred to. President Zuma provided an update on the progress that has been made towards the opening of the new Development Bank African Regional Center. A temporary location for the regional office has been identified in Johannesburg. Among its first priority tasks will be the facilitations of early identification of the projects to be considered for funding by the bank. It is well known that one of the key constraints to accelerate infrastructure development is the absence of bankable projects, which can attract funding from private and public sources of finance. It is for this reason that South Africa recommended that project preparation to be the main focus of our Africa Regional Center. Their appreciation with the conclusion of the signing of Inter-Central Bank Agreement, an important step forward, operationalization of the contingent reserve arrangement. The implementation of the CRA adds to the toolkit of international financial safety nets. BRICS leaders further agreed that other widely used financial safety nets, such as swap lines, will be further explored. The key outcomes documents for the summit that leaders adopted included the UFA Declaration and the UFA Action Plan, as well as strategy for BRICS Economic Partnership. The strategy for BRICS Economic Partnership is aimed at further deepening of trade and investment ties with BRICS through increasing value-added exports, as well as promoting investments into each other's economies. Industrial cooperation and investments in the areas of manufacturing and mineral processing would be vital to unlock economic growth in our countries. The next step in terms of its implementation is the development of a roadmap for the period until 2020 to reflect joint collaborative economic, trade and investment initiatives. Developments relating to the issue on the 5+1 plus Iran. The South African government welcomes the announcement on the 14th of this month that a final comprehensive plan of action was agreed between the P5+1 and Iran on outstanding matters regarding the Iranian nuclear program and supports the full implementation of the joint comprehensive plan of action. This historic agreement is testament to the success of negotiated and diplomatic solutions to which South Africa had steadfastly and continuously lent its full support. We further welcome the announcement by the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, and Iran that they had concluded a roadmap to resolve outstanding issues regarding Iran's nuclear program, and that will be concluded by end of 2015. In association with the position of the non-aligned movement, we welcome the lifting of the unilateral imposed sanctions on Iran and further reiterate support on Iran's right to the use of nuclear energy for peaceful purposes. We look forward to the resumption of normal bilateral economic and trade relations with all countries in the world, and in particular, the contribution of Iran.